amid the defection to the All Progressives Congress by the governor of Delta State and the endorsement of Governor Eno of Akwa Ibom State, the question begging for answer is, can the endorsement of PDP governors make Tinubu win reelection in 2027? That is the big question that we profile answer in this video. This is because people are already celebrating, especially those of the supporters of Bola Ahmed Tinubu who are active on social media, that the election is all done and dusted. I do not think so. This is because there are two options for Bola Ahmed Tinubu to be re-elected in 2027. I'm using that re-elected in quote because there are those who believe that he wasn't even elected in the first place. But let us assume, without considering, that his election in 2023 was free and fair. So we're talking about his re-election in 2027. How can these governors help him to get re-elected? Don't forget that he was largely rejected in southern Nigeria in the last election. It was votes from northern Nigeria that INEC was able to put together wherever they could find it and add the one they will add to make him the winner of that election. Now, how influential are these governors that if they're on the side of the president will be smiling to the second time? The truth of the matter remains that Tinubu has two options. There are only two ways he could return back to power in 2027. One is by rigging the election. Now, rigging the election is far more easier for him in the sense that he has INEC on his side, he has the security agencies on his side. But the problem is, after rigging the election, can he enjoy the presidency? Already the North has served notice to him that if 2027 election is rigged, there may be no Nigeria left for him to govern. That's a serious warning he has to take seriously as they plot what they will do if they are pursuing that angle, rigging the election. Now, the next option is performance. In other words, that means Tinubu has to justify his performance. He has to justify his re-election by performance. There are people who look at his performance and say, we are satisfied with what you have done. You deserve a second time. That is where the problem is. The problem is that he has not performed. His sector by sector, from security to economy to even management of Nigeria's diversity, he has failed woefully. He's more nepotistic than even Buhari could ever be. He has failed woefully in the economy. The Naira is one of the worst performing currencies in the world. Poverty has exploded into an unprecedented proportion. So in that aspect, he has a lot of problem. In the area of insecurity, his performance had been nothing to write home about. Having looked at all this, how does he get back to re-election? Because the governors are backing him. This time around, the governors from the South are coming out openly to endorse him. How does that translate to votes, given the state of the nation and the economy of the nation, which is biting hard, whether in the South, the East, the West, the North, and the South? How is it going to help him? My take is that if the election is free and fair, sorry to say, governor's endorsement will not save Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This is because we have seen severally, even in the last election, that many governors have limited influence. Let me take you to number one example. Malam Nasir El-Rufai, he was a staunch Tinubu supporter. He did everything for Tinubu. He did everything humanly possible for Tinubu. But he lost Kaduna State. Despite the fact he wanted Tinubu to win Kaduna. Tinubu did not win Kaduna State. Despite the efforts of Malam Nasir El-Rufai, who was the incumbent governor at the time. That state was taken by the PDP. They voted for Atiku Abubakar instead of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In a state where Malam Nasir El-Rufai fought hard for Tinubu. That's a typical example. You go to a state like Bauchi. Bala Mohammed did everything to sabotage Atiku Abubakar in Bauchi. Atiku Abubakar took Bauchi despite Bala Mohammed, who sabotaged him there. Now you come to Southeast. I will just touch a few places. You come to Southeast. Southeast, in Anambra State, where P2B comes from, his governor was against him, Professor Soludo. His body language and everything was against P2B. Despite the position of Soludo, P2B swept Anambra State. In Imo State, the body language of the governor, Uzodimma, was for Tinubu. P2B swept that place. In Abia State, Governor Okezi Ikpeazu at that time was among the governors that were working for Tinubu and sabotaging their own candidate, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. He never one day opened his mouth in support of Peter Obi. Peter Obi swept Abia State. Ebonyi State, their governor was making noises for Tinubu, Dave Umahi. Despite all the noises Umahi made for Tinubu, what happened? Peter Obi swept Ebonyi State. Even this Delta State that the governor has defected to APC. Delta State, the incumbent governor then, Ifeanyi Okowa, was the vice presidential candidate of Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar was expected to win Delta State because of Ifeanyi Okowa, the governor of Delta, being on his side, being his running mate. What happened? PDP swept that place. Let us go to Lagos State. Lagos State was the Jagaban playground. What happened in Lagos State? They have a sitting governor who is from APC. Okay. Sanwo-Olu did everything as incumbent governor. PDP swept Lagos State by a wide margin. It was the way that PDP swept Lagos State with his Labour Party that frightened even Sanwo-Olu, that they have to remove the gloves and come off 100% with ethnicity as the only way to survive. They unleashed their thugs on the streets of Lagos so that Sanwo-Olu can get a second term. If not, he was a gunner. So despite the fact that Sanwo-Olu, APC governor, everything, Tinubu could not hold onto Lagos. PDP swept him away. There are several instances in Gombe. Look at Nasarawa. The incumbent governor was gasping for bread. Abdullahi Sule. He was gasping for bread. In fact, many people will tell you that Nasarawa was won. Well, Nasarawa state governorship election was won by the PDP. And in the election itself, Sule was there, APC governor. PDP swept Nasarawa. You go to Plateau. Plateau was APC state. The incumbent governor was APC. PDP swept that place. The governors limited influence. The governors cannot influence presidential election. That's what I'm trying to say. From what I have told you now, or what you have listened to now, that shows you that, and this thing I'm saying is, it goes very far and wide. Look at, just examine the last election to be your guide. You will realize that if the election is done free and fair, it is difficult for a governor to determine, unless the governors are ready to go the extra length. And not everybody is ready to go to the length of years or weekend to deliver River State for Tinubu. Not everybody, every politician is ready to do that. That's a fact. And already there's strong indication that rigging will be resisted in the coming election in a way that we have never seen before. And Hakim Baba Ahmed, the special advisor to the president on political matters that resigned recently, have served notice that manipulation of the election will not be tolerated. And there are many who are thinking like him. The other time, Chibika Amechi, former governor of Rivers State, former minister of transportation, in a gathering of leaders to discuss the state of the nation, said that the only thing that can remove APC from power is if Nigerians are ready to put their lives on the line to stop them. I think from that perspective is where Hakim Baba Ahmed is coming from, in saying that rigging, manipulation of 2027 will not be tolerated. So, if you look at it holistically, there is a limited contribution a sitting governor can make to ensure that presidential election goes one way or the other. When the people are determined for change, no governor can stop it. As far as I can see it, governors cannot say Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If Nigerians are determined that their vote will count, that they will defend their vote, I don't see any governor saving Bola Ahmed Tinubu. After all, even Sanwo-Olu couldn't save him in Lagos. And that was a state presided over at that time in 2023 by his godson. It shows you that those who are celebrating his few supporters, because Tinubu don't really have much supporters until he was sworn in. His few supporters who have emerged since, who are celebrating that governors are defected, PDP, they are endorsing him up and down. What they are celebrating are firing victory. Because Nigerians speak and speak unequivocally to be clear that there's no way with the suffering in the land that Tinubu will return. And with the threats already given about the consequences of rigging the election, that option is closing very fast. I don't know what to think about the gale of endorsement by PDP governors and defection to APC. Do you think it can influence the outcome of the election and make Tinubu get re-elected despite his abysmal performance as president? Whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video, and if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.